Voices in my head, they counsel me, they understand, they talk to me. You got your rules and your religion, all designed to keep you safe.
Okay, it's the Viper 4567 here, with back with the Attitude Era. This is going to be 2 for 1. This is going to be Unforgiven 1999 and Rebellion 1999. I've decided to do 2 for 1 basically, because Rebellion was never going to be a lot. I don't want to do that in one video. I'd rather kind of just do 2 for 1 and get on with the next one, which would be No Mercy in a couple of weeks. But so that's the reasons why I'm doing 2. I could have done Rebellion with No Mercy, but I said fuck it, I can't be bothered really, to be quite honest. But first we're going to start off with Unforgiven, which was in the Charlotte Coliseum in Charlotte, North Carolina, and a crowd of just over 15,779 people. Before this, The Undertaker was fired by Mr. McMahon on an episode of Smack the Thursday before Unforgiven, but due to Undertaker's persistent groin injury or something, it was a groin injury he had or something. He was supposed to come back before the Royal Rumble or something, but due to a pectoral muscle or something, I don't know. So that's why we don't see The Undertaker until May of 2000. So yeah, shame, because he was supposed to be in the 6-pack challenge, but obviously he's been replaced by the British Bulldog. Mr. McMahon also won the WWF title, defeating Triple H to that previous week. The week after that, then defeating him. But obviously then Mr. McMahon then vacates the title and makes this a 6-pack challenge. Triple H then has to go through a load of gauntlet matches facing the Big Show, Kane, Mankind, The Rock. But obviously he wins most of them and he gets to go into the main event. So and Stone Cold Steve Austin will be the enforcer for this. So yeah, so let's get on with the show, shall we? Opening match, Venis defeats Steve Blackman in an okay match. Really, he'll give it a star and a half. It was okay, nothing special, but the referees are also on strike, so we're going to have scam referees, or whatever they call them. First one is the Brooklyn Brawler. It's fucking stupid. A clothesline by Val, and then a dropkick from Blackman. Val then goes balls first into the ring ropes. Not the ring ropes, the ropes, yeah. Val drops Blackman onto the bar. Val then goes into the steps. Blackman then rams Val back first into the ring post. Backbreaker by Blackman. And it's a nice snap suplex. Crowd is dead. Slow counts by the Brawler, which is good for him. Spinebuster gets 2 by Blackman. Bulldog by Val. DDT from Val. And then the money shot gets the win. So, yeah. As I said, nothing special really in my opinion. Nothing special, as I said. Then Val tries to get the fucking, he's fucking, the kendo sticks that Blackman, and he came out with them, but Blackman got him and whacks Blackman in the skull with a kendo stick, which was okay. But then Blackman gets owned by this head of security dude, that big fella with big massive fucking muscular fella with the fucking biker cap on his head. I forget his name, but yeah. So yeah, star and a half. That's all I'm prepared to give it. Next match, D'Lo Brown defeats Mark Henry to regain the WWF European Championship. Mark Henry was given the title by Jeff Jarrett after Jarrett winning both titles at SummerSlam thanks to Mark Henry's intervention. And so Henry's just given the title, which is good for him, I suppose. I'll give this match a star and 3/4. This wasn't really that good, really, to be quite honest. Again, it was just okay. Henry does not want to fight, saying he got slapped a minute or 2 before that by Lillian Garcia. He whispered something in her ear. So he wants to do it tomorrow night on Raw. So D'Lo comes out, they fight and all that. Henry rams D'Lo into the ring post. Tom Pritchard is the referee, which is good for him. Lovely sit down powerbomb gets 2 for D'Lo. Henry drops D'Lo onto the turnbuckle, and then a plancher by D'Lo. Crossbody then from the top gets 2. Henry drops D'Lo onto the steps, and then a leg drop from Henry gets 2. Another ref with a slow count. What the See, I don't know why this storyline came in. Like, why? Because, like, I just don't know. Absolutely, like, they're shit. I know they probably paid to do it slow, but come on, for fuck's sake, it's ridiculous. Head scissors by D'Lo. Another sit down powerbomb, and the lowdown gets the win, which the Frog Flash gets the win. So yeah, again another okay match. I'd give it a star and 3/4. Nothing special really. So not the best way to start a pay-per-view. Next match. Jeff Jarrett wins by disqualification A decent match to retain the Intercontinental Championship. This match was decent. I gave it 2 stars. I thought it was quite cool match. Like Chyna, I didn't think this match would be any good personally, because obviously that's no disrespect to Chyna, but it was actually a surprisingly good match. But Jeff just is not a fan of Jarrett, really, in my opinion. It's just not that good. Clothesline by Chyna, then Chyna goes low. The referee doesn't do that, which makes me laugh. Jarrett rams Chyna vagina first into the ring post. VA. Jarrett rams Chyna's head into the steps and then the ring post. He tells JR to get back into the kitchen, which is good for him. Crossbody gets 2 for Jarrett. Dropkick then by Jarrett, and then a superplex by Jarrett gets 2. Jarrett then taunts Mae Young and the Fabulous Moolah, who are sitting at ringside. Electric chair by Chyna, and then a suplex. Power slam also gets 2 for her as well. And a nice sit down powerbomb gets 2 as well. Chyna hits Jarrett then with a chair in front of the fucking referee. Like, what the fuck? I think his man's name is Harvey something. I remember seeing him at Survivor Series 96 as a part of me at random pay-per-view. This guy is a fucking idiot. Like, seriously, what the fuck? This is Vince fucking Russo, I think. Wasn't it? Yeah, it was Vince Russo at his fucking finest. What the fuck? Like, the referee gets bumped, which is good for him. Moolah and May come in. They attack Jarrett. Double suplex on Jarrett. And then Jarrett just gets back. Obviously, no sells and gets up and clotheslines to both of them. Deborah then comes down. She grabs the guitar, whacks Jarrett right in the skull with it. Chyna covers for the win, but fucking technically he's the head referee for the night, which is Pritchard. He comes out and shows a fucking replay of Deborah hitting Chyna with the guitar. Like, grand, fair enough, that's good officiating, but at the same time, why don't you do that for every fucking match that has a screwed finish? It's just typical like, yeah, grand, fair enough, you can say it's great, it's good, like, it builds up the rivalry onto the next match at No Mercy, but come on, for fuck's sake, like, no, if they're going to do that in one match, do it in the next one that has a screwed finish, but no, they don't. Typical, stupid, really, and it ruined what was a decent match. I was going to give this 2.5 stars, but I said, fuck it, I'm not, I'm going to give it 2 stars because of the stupid finish, and Chyna pedigrees Pritchard after the match, and gives him a low blow for his fucking trouble, so, yeah, so, 2-star match, ruined by a stupid, really, decision, in my opinion. Yeah. Next match then, the Acolytes defeat the Dudley Boyz in an okay match, really. This is the Dudley Boyz pay-per-view debut. This is a star and 1/4 match. Big boot from Bradshaw and Bubba. Bubba Bomb gets 2 off the top, gets 2 for Bradshaw, on Bradshaw. Suplex by Bradshaw, and then Bradshaw rams Bubba into the ring, into the steel steps. Belly to belly gets 2 for Bubba, and then a swinging neckbreaker also gets 2 for Devon. Fall away slam from Bradshaw. Power slam then gets 2 for Farouk, so I know it's the G. Noise DDT by Devon gets 2, and then a reverse 3D gets 2, and then a headbutt from Devon gets 2. Superplex from Bradshaw, another 3D, and then fucking Stevie Richards comes out and super kicks Bubba, and they get the win. And the Acolytes just basically kill Stevie after the match. So why not? Why not? Like, he's going over to shake his hand. Farouk just goes, fuck this, Dominator. And then a double powerbomb. Welcome to WWF, Stevie. But yeah, star and a course, that's all I'm willing to give it. Next match, Ivory defeats Luna in a shite hardcore title match. Hardcore match to retain the women's title. This match, it's not even the fact that it was a hardcore match, it's just poorly fucking executed, in my opinion. 1/4 star because I'm being very fucking generous. Luna uses Ivory's head to put in the full copy of splash from the top of a forklift gets 2 for Luna. That was kind of nice. That's probably what gets the 1/4 star. I think Ivory's getting choked by a pipe. Tori comes out, but she gets pushed into something and then pole. I think Ivory has some sort of pole and whacks Luna with it for the win. So that's it, really. And then she gets attacked then by the fucking. But Moolah and Mae Young are getting interviewed by fucking Lillian Garcia. Ivory comes out, that's how a real woman. And then they both kick the shit out of her. So fucking weird. I'll give this 1/4 star because I'm really fucking generous. Next match, the New Age Outlaws defeat Edge and Christian in a decent match to retain the WWF Tag Team titles. Now, again, the New Age Outlaws have reunited, apparently. Won the WWF Tag belts, I think. Was it the week? I think it was either the SmackDown before Unforgiven or the week after, or something like that. But Road Dogg's come back from 5 weeks out because of Jericho injured. He's back, and all that lovely stuff. So let's get on with the action, shall we? suplex by Badass, and then a dropkick by Christian on the Road Dogg. But this is brilliant though. Badass Billy Gunn last month, like less than 5 weeks, faced The Rock in his biggest match ever probably, in a kiss my ass match. Now he's fighting for the tag team title. That's no disrespect to the tag team titles, but it just showed like WWF just had zero fucking confidence in him after that fucking match. That match was fucking shite, and they go around saying, "Oh, he's the best pure athlete." Me fucking bollocks. He's the most pure shittest athlete. Yeah, he's a good fucking athlete, but they don't make him into a good fucking wrestler. Dumbass. Fucking brilliant. Gunn drops Christian onto Dogg's knee for 2. Dropkick from Edge, and then a shake, rattle, and knee drop by the Road Dogg. Christian rams Road Dogg into the steps, and then a Power Tree motion by Edge and Christian. Nice reverse DDT by... Nice double DDT, I should say, by Road Dogg. Power Slam gets 2 for Gunn. Reverse DDT by Christian. Spear to Road Dogg. The Hardys and Gangrel come out. They distract the referee. Missile dropkick from Jeff, and then a Famouser gets the win on for the Outlaws. So yeah, so obviously this is building up to the Hardys versus Edge and Christian next month at No Mercy in that fucking great ladder match, which I'm looking forward to seeing. But yeah, decent match. I'll give this match 2 and 1/4 star, because it was pretty decent. Probably the best match of the night so far. Now, you thought this was better. Now, here we go. Al Snow defeats the Big Boss Man in a fucking shite kennel from fucking hell match. Now, the object of this is you have a steel cage inside a fucking, like, you have the old steel cage surrounded by the Hell in a Cell, surrounded by fucking Rottweilers. The dogs don't even go anywhere near the rest. This is what I'm saying. What was the fucking point of having, like, I don't think this match they should not have dogs, because fucking Rottweilers will destroy you. Like, for fuck's sake, like, they just had a Hell in a Cell match even, or something. Or just have a normal hardcore title match. Just the previous 2 weren't fucking bad. This is straight up dud. So fucking boring. Bossman tries to get up on top of the cell. He gets fucking pliers and he almost succeeds, but like, for fuck's sake, like, the match was so fucking shy. The crowd, like, for a hardcore title match, it was absolutely ridiculous. Al Snow wins, but I just honestly just don't give a fuck. The fucking dogs were too busy fighting with each other instead of trying to go after Bossman or Snow. Like, and then the fact that people were holding on to him then as well, which was even worse. What they shouldn't see, that's the problem. I know they couldn't leave the dogs on their own, because obviously they could actually really hurt both guys, but sure, ain't that the fucking point of the match? Straight up dud, lads. Seriously, this match was shit. Next match, Chris Jericho defeats X-Pac in a really good match. This match was good. I give this match 3 stars. I thought this match was actually really good. This is Jericho's pay-per-view match debut, basically. They trade slaps, clothesline by Jericho. Y2J gets out of the Bronco Buster, powerbomb by Y2J, and then a springboard crossbody from X-Pac. Hughes attacks X-Pac in front of the ref, which I just don't get. Snap suplex on the floor by Jericho, and then a missile dropkick gets 2. Backbreaker by Jericho, and then crowd are fucking distracted by something for about at least 2-3 minutes. I don't know what. And someone was getting ejected from the building, or I don't care. It's ridiculous. And then fucking JR saying the crowd are into this match. No, they're not. They're into something. That's something the crowd. Lion Salt by Jericho, and then a springboard dropkick. Spinning a heel kick from X-Pac, and then a springboard dropkick to Hughes. Jericho then goes low, and then a senton bomb gets 2. Superplex from X-Pac, that gets 2. Double powerbomb by X-Pac, that gets 2. Bronco Buster. Hughes hits the ref, and X-Pac then gets the win by DQ. I should say. X-Pac defeated Jericho, I should have said. Should finish to what was a good match, and Road Dogg makes the save. A pretty shitty way to end the show. I'll give it 3 stars in it, because I quite enjoyed this match. Right, on to the main event. Triple H wins the 6-pack challenge, defeating Kane, The Big Show, Mankind, The Rock, and the British Bulldog in a good match to regain the WWF title. As I said previously, Stone Cold Steve Austin was the enforcer. Okay match, 3.5 stars I'll give it. I don't think it was that really good. But Rock hot shots Triple H for 2, power slam by Kane on Triple H, run a knee by Mankind, backbreaker by Big Show, insecurity by Kane, and then a dropkick by Kane on Big Show. Bulldog goes low on The Rock, vertical suplex by Bulldog on The Rock, which was nice, and a Russian leg sweep gets 2 for The Rock on Kane. Sidewalk slam by Kane, and then pedigree. No, it's not a pedigree. A pile driver by Mankind on Kane for 2. Triple H then with a suplex on the floor on the, I think it was the Rock. Rock goes low on Triple H. They all then fighting on the outside. Triple H goes into the steps. Mankind drops the steps on the Hunter. And then a pile driver on the steps. Fucking beautiful. Big boot by Big Show. Here comes the refs. Basically trying to get Jim Corderas out of the ring. Show drops the elbow for 2. Rock then spits beer into Triple H's face, which Austin is vexed about. DDT by Mankind on Kane. Kane then with a tombstone on Mankind. Flying clothesline by Kane on Show, and then a power slam by Bulldog. Pedigree on the Bulldog. Double arm DDT by Mankind. And then Socko on the Rock. Rock bottom on Mankind gets 2. Show them with a choke slam. Refs pulls out Jim Corderas and they all attack him. Austin just basically kicks the crap out of all of them. He comes in and beats the ref. Triple H then a pedigree on, I think it was the Rock, wasn't it? Yeah, that gets the win. Austin go. Yeah, pedigree on the Rock gets the win. Triple H basically pushes Austin to get his title, and Austin stunners him. So yeah, decent match overall. Give it 3.5 stars. Triple H regains the title. Yeah, so overall the pay-per-view wasn't that great, if I'm being honest. About 2 3-star matches. We have 1, 2. We give this 2.25 out of 10. This wasn't really good. I'll give it 2.5 out of 10 because I'm fucking generous. Yeah, because I want to kind of get on to the next one, which is bear with me for a minute. I need to actually see. Right, next pay-per-view, shall we? We're Rebellion in 1999. This was in the National Indoor Arena in Birmingham, England. A crowd of dead on 13,500 people. This pay-per-view was this was fucking absolutely fucking shite. This was one of the worst pay-per-views I've ever seen in my life. WWE just don't give 2 fucks about England. Simple as that. Since one night only, we've had nothing but crap. We had a dark match, Christian defeating Crash Holly, which was good for them. But let's get on with it, shall we? Jeff Jarrett and so Jeff Jarrett defeats D'Lo Brown in a decent opener to retain the WWF Intercontinental title. This was a heads or tails. Either the IC title will be on the line or the European. Obviously, Intercontinental title was on the line. Jeff then would give a woman £1,000 to see if she is a good cleaner. Basically, nothing happens. He tries to put the figure 4 on her. Chyna makes the save and all that lovely stuff. So Power Slam gets 2 for D'Lo, and then a sit down powerbomb also gets 2. Jarrett then tries to bail. Massive D'Lo chants from the crowd. He is really over in England. Vertical suplex from D'Lo, and then a drop kick from Double J. Armbar takedown from the top rope from Jarrett. Sky high by D'Lo. Tilt-a-whirl slam also from D'Lo, and a superplex from D'Lo. Jarrett counters that for 2. Jarrett, then, while the ref's distracted, hits D'Lo with a fucking vacuum cleaner, which was lovely. That gets the win. So yeah, decent opener, 2 1/4 star. I enjoyed this match quite well. Next match, the Godfather then defeats Gangrel in a fucking shite match. This match goes, all of 4 minutes. Yay. DDT by Gangrel, Whole Train, and the Pimp Drop gets the win. That's about fucking it. Yay! Next match, Val Venis defeats Mark Henry in another crap match. This match gets 3/4 star because it was actually okay enough. Power Slam from Henry gets 2. Baseball slide by Henry, or by Val, I should say, on Henry. Henry drops Val on the railing. Drop kick from Val. Russian leg sweep, and then a couple of elbows, and the money shot gets the win. So, yeah, another quick match, 3/4 star because I'm fucking generous. Next match, we have 4 corners. 4 corners? Yeah, 4 corners match for the WWF Women's Championship. Ivory defeating Luna Vachon, Tori, and Jacqueline. This match was shite. This match went how long? 3.5 minutes? Not even. WWF simply don't give a fuck about England or Great Britain or whatever. They just don't. They think, oh yes, we're coming over, you should be fucking grateful. No, we shouldn't be fucking grateful. Grant, fair enough, the main event, Triple H vs. The Rock, is actually quite a decent main event. I'll give him fucking that. But and Jericho vs. Rhodes, I wouldn't be. But still, WWF just don't give a fuck. They just think they can put on a wrestling show in England and say, look, you're happy with it. At least you get to see your favourite superstars, blah, 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 blah. Well, no, in my opinion, there was no Mankind. No, obviously Austin was still, I think, quite injured at the time. I don't think he was ready to come. Well, he wasn't exactly wrestling fit, we'd say. Who else? The Undertaker wasn't. Obviously, he was gone, but still, he wasn't there. And a few other people weren't there. So, I just don't know. But Ivory wins. She wins with a... She hits Jackie with the women's title. Yay! DUD. Simple as that. Road Dogg. Chris Jericho defeats Road Dogg in a decent match. This is a 2.5 star match. They start on the outside, they fight down into the crowd. Road Dogg then rams Jericho into the ring. Hot shot by Road Dogg, and then some nice martial arts kicks in the corner by Road Dogg. Drop kick in the corner by Road Dogg, and then Jericho with a hot shot of his own. Springboard drop kick by Y2J. Vertical suplex also from him. Springboard Bulldog gets 2 for Jericho, and then a superplex by Road Dogg. Swinging neckbreaker gets 2 for Road Dogg, and then Dogg counters the walls of Jericho. German suplex from Jericho, and then a misses the line saw. Ref gets bumped. Shake rattle and knee drop. Hughes then with a chair shot to the back. That gets 2, even though the ref counted 3. Jericho then, with the ref being distracted, he goes low for the win. So yeah, decent match. Good, decent stuff there. 2.5 stars. Next match, Chyna wins by disqualification. This match was shite. I seen a sign in the crowd saying Chimmel is God, which was funny. Brilliant. Chyna goes low, the referee sees it. Bulldog comes in, attacks Chyna, power slam then to Chyna, and the figure 4 to Chyna as well. So, yay. Who cares? Who really honestly gives a fuck? You know? Oh my god. Next match then. Kane defeats Big Show in a no disqualification match. Now, this match is no disqualification, but you wouldn't fucking think it is, because I think only one time you see a fucking no disqualification type thing. Drop kick by Big Show. Kane then hangs Show on the ropes. Drop kick by Kane. 2-handed chokeslam gets 2 for Show. They keep talking about Stephanie McMahon gets smacked in the head with a trash can by mistake by Bull. I don't think he actually meant to throw it at her, but still, they kept talking about it throughout the fucking night. No disrespect. Shut the fuck up. You swear she got knocked over by a car? Oh, Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up. Reverse DDT by Show gets 2. Boston Crab by Show, but Kane, he breaks it up for some strange reason. Insecurity by Kane, DDT by Kane. Show then rams Kane to the steps. Power slam, a fucking body slam gets the win. Star and 3/4 because I'm fucking generous. Next match, British Bulldog defeats X-Pac in an okay match. Nothing special. Vertical suplex gets 2 for Bulldog. Spinning heel kick by X-Pac and Bronco Buster. X-Pac goes balls first onto the ropes. Running power slam gets the win. So half a star because I'm generous. Thank God I'm nearly done. Edge and Christian defeats the Holly Cousins and the Acolytes in a decent triple threat elimination tag match. They've put their number 1 contendership on the line. Backdrop by Edge on Holly. Dropkick then by Hardcore Holly. Power slam gets 2 for Farouk. Superplex by Bradshaw. Brainbuster by Holly. Be back in 1 minute. Right about that. I think, yeah, we're at the Superplex by Bradshaw. Brainbuster by Holly. Clothesline from Hell gets rid of the Holly Cousins. Swinging neckbreaker by Edge and a big boot from Bradshaw. Spinning heel kick by Edge on Farouk and then a fallaway slam from Bradshaw on Christian. Spinebuster by Farouk gets 2. Lovely DDT gets from Christian. Plancher by Christian onto Farouk, which was quite fucking nice if I'm being honest. But surprising enough though, a nice tornado DDT gets the win for Edge and Christian. Like, you think, like, obviously Edge's finishing move is the spear, you think he'd go for that, but other than that though, it was a decent match. Crowd were really into Edge and Christian. Edge and Christian were really good in this match. I'll give this match 2.5 stars. Pretty decent, I must say. So yeah, now we're on to the main event of the evening, which was a steel cage match. Triple H defeating The Rock in a goodish match to retain the WWF Championship. The match was good. It wasn't that great because I knew myself it wouldn't be that good. But crowd chant asshole when Triple H is coming around the ring. Triple H tried to escape early, but Rock gets him back in. High knee by the Game. Swinging neckbreaker by The Rock, and then Samoan drop by The Rock. Facebuster by the Game. Both men then go balls first on the ropes when they're kind of, by the cage, which was nice. Rock bottom. Suplex then by the Game. Power slam by The Rock. Triple H then gets the pedigree. Both men are out. Triple H then is trying to get out, and Rock is pulling them back in. And that he gets a steel chair. He's about to hit The Rock with it. Earl Hebner, Earl Hebner being the diva that he is, pulls the chair off him and Triple H hits the ref. So The Rock gets out. Obviously, ref doesn't see it. So They fight on the outside. Chair to the skull from The Rock. Triple H is now busted wide open. Rock then is taunting some smack on the on commentary, which is fucking brilliant. Rock jumps off the cage through the tape. The announcer's table. It's not the one that they usually have, which is it's a bit disappointing. It's thing like when they're over in England, like, you think they'd have the proper equipment, which is no. It was just like a normal fucking table, which looks shite. Rock didn't really break that much either. Rock rams Triple H into the cage a few times. Nice DDT from The Rock. Bulldog comes down and attacks The Rock and pulls him back into the ring. Shane McMahon then comes out and attacks the Bulldog. It doesn't really work. Power slam onto the floor. The Stooges come out, which is Briscoe and Patterson, but shit, that doesn't really work either. Rock bottom again on Triple H. Chyna then rams the cage door into Rock's face. Rock then gets Triple H by the hair and trying to pull him back in. Both Chyna and Bulldog are trying to pull The Rock down back into the ring. That works. Triple H then jumps down the cage for the win. So here comes Vince. He locks the cage to The Rock and kick the crap out of Bulldog by giving him a rock bottom and the people's elbow. So yeah, that ends the show. 3-star match. Probably the match of the night, probably just by a little bit. But overall the pay-per-view wasn't great. There was a couple of 2-star matches in there, but I wouldn't say it was anything spectacular. A lot of duds. I'll give it 1.75 out of 10. That's what I'll give it, because it was more duds than they were good matches. So yeah, so this concludes this long review. Obviously Rebellion, I wants to get through Rebellion as quick as possible and all that. So yeah, I'll be back on Friday with another WCW pay-per-view, which is going to be the Great American Bash, which I'm going to start watching tonight, because I watch it a couple of days in advance just to give me time to, you know, look through my notes and see did I get everything right. So I will. So I hope you guys enjoyed the review. I'll be back in 2 weeks again. Back next week with a random pay-per-view as well, which I'm still kind of contemplating over. But I'll be back in 2 weeks for WWF No Mercy, which I'm looking forward to. Some decent matches on the card, and hope you guys can tune in to listen to that. So guys, enjoy the rest of your week and the rest of your day, and be safe and take it easy.